Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and I believe it's Monday, the 14th of January, 2019, and the time is, and I quote, 10:15 a.m., and I'm just out and about. I checked the mail, and I didn't get any. The moth is in the mailbox, and he will not come out. Come out, wherever you are. But anyway, what I thought I'd touch on this morning, since we haven't just taken a simple driving trip in a while, and the lighting looks like it's going to be about average or above because it's a gray sky and the temperature is 41 degrees and I don't have a thing to do. I was thinking about taking a trip maybe the first part of March, or leaving out the first part of March. I was going to wait till May, but you know me, I get the itch and away I go. And I got the itch now, but I ain't going now because it's too cold. But I will go probably in March. Where are you going to go, Rusty? Well, I'm thinking about going out west. I thought I'd go out through, Deming, Tucson, around or through Phoenix out to Quartzsite, and then to Death Valley. Get there before it gets too hot. And I've been there before, and then, March and April, it's not a bad place to be. It's even warm then some days because it's below sea level in places. There are places that in the mountains that it's not quite cool. But anyway, if any of you have been out I'll be going out I-10 from central Texas. I'll go out through Buckhannon, Texas, and spend the night, one night, and then I'll go to either Balmorhea State Park if it's open and spend the night, and then go to Deming and spend the night, or two maybe in Deming, depends. And then from there to the Tucson area, and probably boondock around Tucson for a few days, possibly, and then kind of burn on through Phoenix on a Sunday morning and head out to Quartzsite. And since it'll be by then probably mid-March, I will probably spend a few days in Quartzsite because the crowd will be gone. And while I'm there, I'll go to where they had that current event there. I can't remember the name of it. It sounds like Rusty's Traveling Rangers, but I can't remember the name of it. But I'll go to that site, and since this eagle doesn't flock, I'll have a one-man Rusty's Traveling Rangers session sometime in March. And then I'll move out from there. I've never been over to Lake Havasu. I don't know that there's much there. Probably not. But my objective would be to get to the Death Valley area and spend, maybe a week or so in that area, because if the climate's good, it's really scenic. I do like deserts, and boy, that is a real desert. I've been there many years ago. And then after that, I may, I don't know, it's hard to say. I may kind of come back I-10 towards Gear Springs in New Mexico, I don't know, or wind around, because it's still a little cool in April to go to places like Daddle Wells, which is elevation about 7,000 feet. You don't want to be there until July. Can you believe there's somebody going slower than I usually do? This guy I'm going 45, and I'm fixing to pass him. Yo, hello, my baby. Yep, that's what's his name or her name? I'm not sure who it is, but whoever it is sure not in a hurry. I'm not either, really. I don't know why I passed him. Well, I do too. I mean, I've got a certain speed I like to drive, and I'll drive it if I can. I like to drive on this highway around 50 because the speed limit's, I think, 60 or 65, I can't remember. And there's very little traffic, as you can see. But yeah, so if you guys have been out around particularly Deming, I know there's one BLM near the state park, but boy, the road to it is a road from hell. I checked that one out, and I won't go there. I would like to find some boondocking sites that have internet access, because I'm good to go with dry camping for sure. So around Deming, if some of you know of a decent site, let me know. Also Tucson, I know of a couple of sites, but they're usually pretty crowded. But if you've been to one that sticks in your mind, we'll post a comment and I'll make a note of it. And then as far as the Quartzsite area, I've got that pretty well pegged. That whole area is basically BLM land. And then it's Lake Havasu, never been there, so I can't say. And then from there, let's assume that whole trip to Lake Havasu and then over to Death Valley takes a month going slow. That would put me to the 1st of April or so. And then from there, I don't want to go too high in the elevations because it'd be too cold. So I may just come back down I-10 and just retrace my steps at the same campsites and finish out April coming back, and then that way it would be getting into May, and then I could head up through Aguirre Springs and then go my normal old route or route, depending on where you're from. But just thinking out loud, guys, and taking a drive. Again, it's 41 top up degrees for sure. I mean, it's got a little, quote, chill in the air, you know what I mean? It's one of those days where you feel like you can't get warm. You want to back up to the heater and just stay there. But it's also, these are good days for reading and walking. Well, I did my walk already, and I actually walked outside. I bundled up and away I went. Did I get cold? Well, not really. Of course, I got a hoodie and all that stuff and gloves, so I do okay. Coming into Buckhannon Dam, the unincorporated community that we have been in several times. On the right-hand side is one of the oldest bars in Texas, continuously in operation. Actually, this thing was opened around 1950. You can't, well, I'll pull it here and you can see it. It's called Fuzzy's Corner. It's right on the corner, obviously. But yeah, it's been here since 1950, so it's continuously been in operation for 68 years. I've been in there. Have I spent any money in there? Well, if I had it all back, I could probably pay off my truck. Yep, it used to have windows all across the front, and for some reason, I don't know if it's a state law or what, but they covered all those beautiful windows because it was so nice when you could sit in there, you could sit by a window, and I don't know, it just opened the whole place up, but they, for some reason, boarded them up. Right across the street there, right over here, you probably can't see, yeah you can, just to the right of that little tall tree there, that cedar tree, was another place I used to hang out in. It was called Pocahontas. That was at one time a private club, but they changed it and it was open to the public. But I went there when it was a private club a few times. It was a very nice place. The lady that ran it was a classy lady named Marie Inks. And she owned the real estate company up here, and the Inks Lake is named after some of that family Inks. Used to be another bar there on the right. Funny, I know all the bars. Isn't that strange? Huh, wonder why that is. Well, I was much younger then. I was much younger. Let me see, what year would that have been? That would have been, let's see, that would have been, oh, let me see, probably 25 years ago. I was 50-ish, in that range. I'd just gotten back from the Peace Corps and was enjoying life best I could. But having said that, what else is news? I don't have any real news other than I'm planning on taking a trip. Yeah, if some of you guys got some neat boondocking sites around I-10 going through New Mexico and Arizona, let me know, because I may, because my plan is, see, I always have a good plan, and they usually work out all right because I don't get in a hurry. And, you know, another thing I can do is just find go somewhere and camp and then find the next spot while I'm camped. I've done that before and it works pretty good, but I'd like to have a little tentative plan because I don't want to arrive at Aguirre Springs and heading on my route until sometime in May. And so I need to I need to go out and enjoy 2 months traveling somewhere out that in the far west, and that, you know, it's like from my house to Quartzsite is about 1,100 miles, round numbers, and that would take me, well, leisurely, at least 5, 6, 7 days. There's no hurry. So there's a little week, and then we'll spend a week there just fooling around, burning daylight, drinking beer and talking smart. And then, yeah, go over to Lake Havasu and, yeah. That desert out there, I'll tell you, I was out there one time, and I asked myself many times, what kind of fools would try to cross that thing in a wagon or on a horse? Had to be brain dead. I mean, in the summer, it'll burn the paint off your vehicle. You know, it gets up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit out there. That's a little toasty. And then, you know, if I came back around and then up to Gear Springs, say in May, and moved on, you know, I've thought about going on further north, you know, up into Wyoming, Montana, and all that stuff, Oregon, Idaho. I've done that years ago, and it sounds great. You know, it sounds like it's just, but you know, that's, you know, there's a lot of driving in that trip. A lot. Of course, I don't have anything else to do. Someone would say that, and I would agree. So why don't you just do it? We'll see. I mean, you know, it just depends. You know, and if I get burned out after a week, I'll just go back home. You know, I've done that. I've headed out with the intention of being gone for a year, and after a while, I say to hell with it. And sometimes it's because it's too crowded, or I just happen to win the RV lottery and hit those spots where everybody wants to be, or wanted to be at that time, as you have probably run into yourself if you RV. Nothing like just cram-packed campground. Not anything like it. Dogs barking, generators going, people talking, playing their music too loud. I'm not too sure humans were ever meant to live together. I mean, I'm really not, because we all have our little idiosyncrasies, and God, can they be irritating to other people. I know mine probably can too. I'm not immune. I mean, I realize I'm not perfect, but, you know, to me, I'm okay. This will be another viral video. You know, here's another thing. You know, I got to pay income tax on what I make on YouTube, and actually, being an old CPA, I know that you're supposed to file quarterly tax returns. If you earn more than $1,000 in a quarter, you're supposed to file a quarterly return and pay taxes on it. And you know, your FICA, your federal insurance, you know, your matching of Social Security and all that crap. And I haven't done any of that, so I may have to dig down in my pocket come April and catch up a little bit. Coming up on the Colorado River, ladies and gentlemen. This is the new bridge. I've mentioned it a few times. The old bridge is off to the right. You'll see all that metal structure off to the right. It's a 2-lane bridge. And they really needed to change it, because the people that were bringing those big windmill, you know, the wind generator things out here in West Texas, they used to come through here, and they couldn't get those propellers through that bridge. They had to go another route, or route, depending on where you're from. Yep, today is Monday, January the 12th. 41 degrees. High today is supposed to be in the 50s. I don't think it's going to make it, because this cloud cover is kind of trapping this cool air in, but that's all right. I ain't got a thing to do outside anyway. I got a few things coming today that I'll do some videos about. I'm tweaking my casita, getting all ready for spring and my travels. I got a few things to tweak a little bit, called polishing the diamond. Well, you know, it's pretty well, it's shining now. You know, I can see it shining a little bit. I'm getting close. The good thing about buying an RV and living in it for a while before you go traveling is you get all the bugs work out. You know, all the little things. You begin to know where things are. You know, where you put stuff, and it makes it very comfortable when you're traveling, particularly if you're hooking up and moving once a week or more, to know where things are and kind of feel comfortable in your home. And as far as the black water, gray water stuff, no problem with me, because I never use the black water tank, or rarely. I just haul my poop to the dump and pee in a little gallon jug and dump it outside at my home base. And when I'm camping, I just dump it out on the ground somewhere. So that's the way I do. Now, should you do it? That's up to you. People do what they want to do. I just want to keep it very simple. I don't want to ever have to go to a dump station. Not that I'm averse to going to dump stations. I just don't care I can just drive by them. It's a good feeling. They're very rarely crowded, actually. Now at Quartzsite, you'll probably find every one of them crowded. But in most places that I've been to, there was rarely anybody there. So it wasn't a question of having to wait. It's just a question of it not being necessary for me. Inks Lake State Park, 3.2 miles, entrance permit required. Yeah, that's a trick, isn't it? They quote you a rate on the camping, and then when you get to the gate, it's $6 a day per person. Surprise, surprise. And if you have a state park pass, a Texas state park pass, you get 50% off, and it's only $3 per day. Is Inks Lake State Park a nice place? Yeah, it's a very nice state park. It is. It's on Inks Lake. Scenic, granite rock all around, nice trails to walk on. Yeah, got good restrooms, good Wi-Fi or good Verizon signal, good AT&T signal also. So yeah, you're good there. They have Wi-Fi there, but it reaches out about 10 feet from the office. And if 2 people are on it, it's dead. So a camping we will go, soon, looks like. Yeah, I kind of like that idea of going out there in the west where it's warm, you know, because that's a really low elevation area out there. Once you get past Deming headed west, you kind of go, well, you go up over the Continental Divide, I think. Where's that before? Well, it's before Tucson. And then you drop down to the lowlands and it's pretty warm. Been out there a few times, but I don't really care about, you know, staying at state parks or national parks. I mean, you know, I prefer Bureau of Land Management and Corps of Engineers because they're cheaper, sometimes free. Most of BLM is free, as you know, Bureau of Land Management. I'll end this video in a minute here, guys. I'm just burning daylight, rambling and talking. We haven't done it, and I mentioned this too. This is another topic. You know, I've been thinking about, you know, anything I could tweak or change on my channel, and I've had, you know, a few people make suggestions. Like number one would be just to stop doing videos. I've had people suggest that a few times, which is fine. That's you know, that's very constructive. I mean, that cuts the crap out for sure. But no, I think I'm going to continue to do the videos. For several reasons. One, it gives me something to do. Two, I enjoy doing them. And three, I make a few shekels or pennies, dimes, nickels, dollars, whatever. And but I don't think I'm going to change anything. You know, I mean, we'll continue with the comment call in the morning. It gets a few views. And as far as mail call, yeah, why not? You know, I realize a lot of people think it's silly, and I get a lot of thumbs down. Do I care about a thumbs down? That's just an upside down thumbs up. That's the way I look at it. They just got it wrong. What else? As far as intro music and you know, fancy stuff like streaming stuff, no. The reason I can't stream or won't is you got to have a really good internet connection to stream, or otherwise it's jerky and it's really crappy. I really haven't watched any of the streaming YouTube videos done by anybody at my level that is worth a crap. And but as far as adding any fancy tech stuff to my videos, no. What you see is what you get. and it'll be this way for as long as I'm doing these videos. I've had my youngest son offer to do some high-tech intro for me, and he's good at it. He did some artwork and stuff. No, it was beautiful. I mean, it was really good, but I didn't, and I probably maybe upset him a little bit, I don't know, but I didn't use it, and the reason was I want it the way it is. I mean, whenever I start the video, it's unedited, there's no music. And the thing I found out about people that have music at the beginning of their videos and showing them in all kind of silly positions with goofy smiles and stuff, is, to me, that turns me off. Now, I don't know about any of you, but to me it turns me off, because sometimes I may want to watch the video, but I don't want to listen to the music. Okay, I don't like that music, or I don't like the phony attitude of some of the people, and that's their choice. And of course, some of them do great, because that's what people sometimes are looking for. You got to use a little clickbait and stuff, and I don't care to do that. But so that's kind of the direction of the channel. And why do I mention that? Because I just thought I would. I just thought of it. How about that? Certainly wasn't on the script. Anyway, this thing's gone on for a while. We're just passing Inks Lake State Park. It's a new place. It's near the state park. There it is, right on the right, Inks Lake State Park entrance right there. So anyway, guys, from Central Texas, USA, this is Rusty78609 saying, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want, anytime you want. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission and it doesn't cost you a penny. I know it's an extra step, and if you don't want to fool with it, I certainly understand. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight, because you'll be full of water and you won't want to eat so much, and the only way to really lose weight is eat less. What else? Stretch, 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 walk, walk, walk. Do some exercise once or twice a day. If you can. You'll never regret it. You may live a little longer. You'll feel better, and everybody around you will feel better. What else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. It's your head, your brain, your life. So stand guard there. Accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative. And, just get out and enjoy your life like me. I'm just out here driving around, and I feel pretty good, I mean, I could be sitting at home and watching TV. I don't watch TV at all. I haven't watched network TV in several years, and I don't miss it at all. And boy, are they dying on the vine, and deservedly so. I cannot believe the media has gone nuts. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your Monday, enjoy your life, and plan yourself a trip. How about that? Thumbs up, guys. Adios. Bye-bye.